Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are doing great. Today, we will not continue our chapter number 1, our environment, but we will continue with the revision of chapter number 1, the medieval period. So, let's start this revision. In the first one, we will discuss the key terms of this chapter. So, in key terms, for number 1 is medieval. Medieval is the period which lies between AD 700 to AD 1800 in the Indian history. Which lies in the Indian history, you can say. After that, next one is dynasty. Dynasty is a series of rulers of a country who all belongs to the same family, or you can say the family members of the same family, and there are a series of rulers of that particular area or a country. After that, next one, archaeology. Archaeology is the study of past by examining their remains of the things such as buildings, monuments, etc. Next one is inscriptions. Inscriptions are the words that are written or engraved into something made of stones, metals, rock, pillar, etc. So, inscriptions will come under the archaeological sources. Next one is manuscripts. Manuscripts are the handwritten accounts. Next one is artifacts. Artifacts are the work of art which is related to art which are produced by human skill. So generally uh, it is a work which is produced by the human skill. Next one is autobiography. Autobiography is the story of a person's life written by that person or written by himself or herself. In place of autobiography, you have to write this one. And if question comes biography term, then you have to write the same definition, but in the line of that person, you have to write by the other person you have to insert. Next one is chronicles. Written account of important or historical events in the order in which they occurred. That is chronicles. Travelogue. Travelogue is the book or illustrated lecture which is written by the person who travels to a particular place. Or you can say a book. It is a book about a person's travel to a particular place. Now next one we will discuss about the names of India at different points in the history. Like you must remember that in this chapter's first video we have discussed that according to Vishnu Puran, that is in ancient times, our country named as Bharatvarsh, whereas in the time of medieval period you can say there was many great rulers like Muhammad Ghori who conquered the India during this early medieval period, and later on in Mughal Empire time the rulers used to describe India as Hindustan. And in modern time, like in British Raj, they have given the term India, its India to the you can say our country, or Hindustan or Bharatvarsh you can say. So in ancient time it was Bharatvarsh. In you can say medieval time it was Hindustan, and in the modern time it was India. So these kind of questions can also come, that what was the name of India in ancient times, or according to Vishnu Puran, what India was called. After that, let us discuss the medieval period in two types, that is early medieval period and the later medieval period. Students, such kind of question can also come, that differentiate between early medieval period and late medieval period. So early medieval time period, just write down if question come that it lies between AD 700 to AD 1300, whereas late medieval period lies between 1300 AD to 1800, or you can write 1750 as well. After that, next one difference is that the rulers or the powers such as Pala, Pratihara, Rashtrakuta, Chola, Rajputs were the powerful dynasty during this period. That is during the early medieval period. Whereas in the later medieval period, it covered the rule of Turks, Afghans, and the Mughals, like Akbar rule, or you can say Muhammad bin Tughlaq rule, right? Aurangzeb rule, etc. Next one is there were many changes have been seen in social, economic, political and cultural life of the people during the early medieval period. Like temple building, there were many temples built during this period, as we have discussed in chapter number 2 if you remember, right? Like Brihadeshwara temple, Dilwara temple, etc. And one more thing, that is the development of Bhakti and the Sufi movement. These two great religious movements, Sufism and Bhakti movement, developed during the period. They helped in bringing about good understanding between Hinduism and the Islam religion, because they were the main religion which were flourished, especially Islam. Hindu was already there, Hinduism was already there, but this was the main religion which was flourished in this period, that was Islam. And its emphasis was placed on love, brotherhood, tolerance, that is acceptance and unity of God. Whereas in later medieval period, it has been seen changes like end of the medieval period, like downfall of the Sultanate Empire, downfall of the Mughal Empire, rise of the British power, and rise of political other powers also, like Marathas, Jats, and the downfall of the Mughal Empire, you can say. After that, let us discuss the major historical trends or the features of the medieval period, you can say. Like first one was old and new religion. As we all know that there was interaction between all old and new religion, which reflected in language, literature, paintings, etc. Like we all know that the invaders like Greek who came to India in the ancient period followed Indian religions, Hinduism or Buddhism, and they adopted their culture as well. But when the Turks, Afghans and the Mughals came to India, they have brought up their own culture and religion named as Islam. In this way, there were many changes took place in Hinduism, but it remained the major religious system which Indian society was based on. Next one is stable peace. Stable peace basically means that some dynasties provided many centuries of you can say political stability, which actually provide stable peace for many centuries. Like it led to the growth in trade and growth of towns and cities. Next one is social and economic changes. Class, as in the earlier ages, our society was divided into many castes and subcastes, like jatis, you can say. Most of these jatis had their own rules regarding marriage and behavior of their members. So, what we can understand by this is there was a general decline in the status of a woman. Polygamy, having more than two wives, it means, or parda system and sati were some of the customs which marked their low status. But there are many stories about fearless Rajput warriors. As Rajput women were given respectable positions, they were allowing to choose their husbands in Swamvar, and they were allowed to get education as well. So there was a continuously variations in the society and the economy during that time period. So for today, only this much revision. Go through all the revision parts and write down important topics as well in your notebook, but only important points, main pointers. Don't write the whole thing in your notebook, and mention the heading revision chapter number 1 medieval period. And tomorrow we will continue with the another remaining topic of the chapter number 1 medieval period. Till then, take care of yourself.